Oh my god, there are dishes in the sink. Isn't that that's just uncalled for, isn't it? I can't see the screen, so I can't tell what's going on. So, I don't know. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jacob. I'm with Athletic Nerd Fitness. Typically, I'm behind the camera doing stuff, editing, all that stuff. But today, I thought I'd put out a video for you guys. I thought I'd do it on a topic that a lot of people that do this a lot of people that are really into fitness know already. Know how to do it, know the benefits of doing it, and everything like that. They know all the reasons they do it. They know how to do it, and they just do it. It's common knowledge for a lot of people. But for people like me who just started or just coming into it or have been in it just for a little while, you're going to notice that a lot of people are just kind of, I don't know, they're just kind of doing it. You almost look at people that are really fit and you think, wow, they're like cavemen. They just like throw the pre-workout in their mouth and swish water around and do everything like this. And I personally don't like that. It doesn't taste good to me. And I'm a foodie. I like food, regardless of where it comes from. So today I thought it would be of interest to talk about some things along the lines of protein. And we're going to talk today actually about protein shakes. Now, there are a lot of benefits to protein shakes between muscle recovery. You can take them pre-workout. You can take them when you get in bed for fat loss, when you go to bed for fat loss. You can take casein or whey or, egg white protein or milk-based protein, things like that, nut-based protein. There's so many different protein powders. Whew, I'm getting worked up about it. The most beneficial type of protein that I've found to work for me, it's a general type of protein. We're going to talk today about just standard whey protein. Whey protein, you can get it 5 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 4 pounds. It doesn't matter what size you get. You can get a serving of it just to try it out. Today we're going to be working with Gold Standard Whey, 100% whey, pretty much pure whey. I mean, it's got a few different things in it. It's got some amino acids in it, which we'll cover in a different video. It's got a lot of things. So let's go over. It's got 24 grams of protein, which is technically as many as your body can process at a given time. So throughout the day, your body can use up hundreds of grams of protein. But at a time, your body can absorb 24 to 26 grams of protein. Now, this is case studies. People have proven these things. So 5.5 grams of BCAAs, which are branched-chain amino acids, which basically make up your muscles. It aids in recovery. And it also has 4 grams of glutamine, which also aids in recovery times. Improves those, gets you back lifting faster. So this is getting into the caveman stuff. You can make these shakes several different ways, and it's easy for a lot of people just to grab one of their shaker cups and just throw some water in it, shake it up, and then just drink it with water in it. It doesn't really taste good. So for me, that's not really a great option. I want it to taste better. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's raw I'm just going to eat it. I want it to taste pretty good. And there are healthy ways to do that. I'm not saying drink a half gallon of whole milk and down it like chocolate milk. I'm saying mix it with healthy alternatives. That's what I'm saying. Say you're going out to, on the town. There are a few different types of protein shakes, shaker bottles you can use. Be it simple like this, little Jack's protein from GNC. Smart Shake, I don't have the J Cutler edition. My favorite way, it's a little dirty right now, is to use this Umora 1 shaker bottle. I mean, it's an easy way to do it when you're out, not in the house. But if I'm at home, I don't want to drink straight protein like I do every other day when I'm at school or when I'm at work. I want to be able to make something that tastes good, that satiates me, that makes me feel better about eating clean. I'm going to teach you guys my favorite protein shake recipe. When I'm at home, I like to make this. It just helps to satiate me, helps me feel a little better about eating clean. And like I said before, you're going to need a liquid base. You're going to need all your powders, your protein supplement. Doesn't matter what kind you take. You can use Gold Standard. I'm not too proud of it, but I've used this, 6-star protein. There's actually a half in here because it was really fucking nasty. This was actually pretty good. Arnold Iron Whey series. This was actually really good for the price. This was like $23, I think, at Walmart. It was actually really good. See, empty. Don't tell anybody that's that's fit. So today though, I bought a 5-pound tub of extreme chocolate, Gold Standard Whey. It's going to taste like what the protein powder tastes like, but we're going to add some stuff to it. So if you have chocolate, it'll taste like chocolate. It won't taste like protein powder. It'll taste like actual chocolate. You're going to need a scoop or 2. I usually do 2 scoops of that. You're going to need some Nestle cocoa powder. This has got about 15 calories per tablespoon. You're going to need some cinnamon, some ground cinnamon. You're going to want pretty ground cinnamon. You don't want chunky cinnamon. You need some almond butter. You're going to want creamy for this. You can use chunky, but you have to blend it longer. We're also going to use some Almond Breeze almond milk. If you don't drink a lot of milk, like at a time, if you don't like down like a cup of milk or like a whole glass of milk at a time, this stuff lasts longer than a whole gallon of milk. You know, if you're just using it for shakes and stuff. And you're going to need yourself a blender. It's got to be able to crush ice. That's the most important thing, is that it has to crush ice. First thing you want to do, obviously take the lid off, and you're going to want to go ahead and add in your protein powder. You can add a liquid base first, but it doesn't really matter. You know what? Let's add a liquid base. So keep in mind that if you're using water and you add ice to it, that's a lot of water in your shake. So you might want to dial back on the water and add ice. But if you're using milk, that's not very much water. You know, an ice plus milk equals more liquid, but it doesn't mean it's all watered down and gross. It means that it's like a shake. So we're going to add our liquid base first. Okay. So after you add, you're not going to be able to, you're going to know that I'm doing that. Okay, I'm just going to fucking do it. You're going to want roughly half of the amount of shake you're going to want to add that milk. So say you want a cup of protein, you want half a cup of this and a half cup of ice, or roughly a cup of ice. So you're going to want to make as much at a time as you're going to drink. So you're going to add your liquid base, and I'm not going to add too much. If I like there, I don't even know how much that was. How much was that? That was between 1 to 2 cups is what it says. It says it's going to make 1 to 2 cups of shake or whatever I add to it. So the next thing you're going to want to add is your protein. So we're going to add a scoop of this protein, Gold Standard Whey. It's awesome. Okay, we've added our whey. Now the next thing we're going to want to add, we're going to add our ice. Now we want to put this on now so it's closer to the bottom, so that when we make it, it's going to mix it all up. It's going to make it all taste better. There's one more thing you want. It's optional. A banana. You're not going to want a whole banana unless you're making a whole shit ton of shake. But half a banana that's very, very ripe will do. The riper it is, the sweeter it's going to make the shake. Just keep that in mind. You're not going to get any weird nasties in there. That's it. So we're going to use half a pretty ripe banana. I don't think I need a close shot of a banana. I think you can understand half a banana. Alright, so you'll notice that it added a little bit less ice than you guys probably think. It's because I like my shakes kind of thin. It's just kind of my taste. If you have too much ice, it starts to collect on the top. So when you get to the bottom of the shake, you just have like a thick chunk of ice that's there. If you like ice, then that's good. So now we're going to go ahead and add our creamy almond butter. We're just going to eyeball this one. We're going to go roughly roughly a teaspoon. Now this is another one of those things. If you like almond, I got on my hand. If you like almond butter, then by all means add more almond butter. It's up to you whether or not you want to add more or add less. Just peanut butter. Just use peanut butter. I mean, Jesus, it doesn't have to be special. So now we're going to add 2 more things. We're going to add our Nestle cocoa powder, or any other brand of cocoa powder. You don't even have to have cocoa powder. And we're going to also add our ground cinnamon, which you also don't have to have. I just like it. So last time I noticed that it wasn't very chocolatey. So this time I'm going to actually add a whole tablespoon of cocoa powder to it. And the final thing we're going to add today is going to be our ground cinnamon. I think it's healthy. I don't really know. I don't know anything about cinnamon. Who knows if it's healthy or not? I just like to have it. It can't have that many calories, right? You guys will see, I like quite a bit of cinnamon. And it tastes really good with chocolate. Cinnamon chocolate, cinnamon sugar. There's no sugar in this at all except for the banana, but it tastes really good. So now, I like to start mine, my blender has a pulse setting, so I'll pulse it a few times. And it also has a disperse setting, or a dispense setting, something like that. It'll basically move everything all around it, and then you blend it. Then you put it on smoothie mode, or milkshake mode, or whatever you want. I like to put mine on milkshake mode because smoothie mode leaves pretty big chunks of ice in there, and I don't like that. Okay, so we put it on milkshake mode. We've got our whole smoothie made. There are going to be some chunks of protein on the side. You're just not going to be able to get away from that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with that. So I'm going to sip on it before, and I'm going to sip on it for a while. Hey, that is pretty cool. I've never actually made the right amount of this, but I did today. A little drippage, a little bit of drippage, but that's okay. So this is the final product. Looks good, tastes good. I mean, it's protein shake. This way, it doesn't taste like watered down, gross protein that has no flavor at all. This way, when you're at home, you're able to make something that actually tastes good, that you actually want to have post-workout. Something to treat yourself, something to look forward to during your workout. Other than gains, other than all the gains. I've been Jacob with Athletic Nerd Fitness, letting you guys know how to make a good protein shake. Found this helpful? Leave a like, comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Think we're done? Tastes good as hell.